Shu or Shu Han was one of the three major states that competed for supremacy over China in the Three Kingdoms period. The state was based in the area around present-day Sichuan and Chongqing, which was historically known as Shu, after an earlier state in Sichuan named Shu. The Shu in Shu Han was derived from the state's geographical location. Han, on the other hand, refers to the Han dynasty because Shu Han's founder, Liu Bei, was directly related to the imperial clan of the Han dynasty, and had declared the state of Shu Han as the legitimate successor to the Han dynasty. History. Beginnings and founding. Towards the end of the Eastern Han dynasty, Liu Bei, a warlord and distant relative of the Han imperial clan, rallied the support of many capable followers. Following the counsel of his advisor, Zhuge Liang, and Zhuge's Longzhong plan, Liu Bei conquered parts of Jing province in 208 and 209. Liu Bei took over Yi province from the warlord Liu Zhang between 212 and 215 and wrestled control of Hanzhong from his rival Cao Cao in 219. From the territories he gained, Liu Bei established a position for himself in China during the final years of the Han dynasty. However, in 219, the alliance between Liu Bei and his ally Sun Quan was broken when Sun sent his general Lu Meng to invade Jing province. Liu Bei lost his territories in Jing province to Sun Quan. Guan Yu, the general guarding Liu Bei's assets in Jing province, was captured and executed by Sun Quan's forces. Cao Cao died in 220 and was succeeded by his son, Cao Pai, who forced the last Han ruler, Emperor Xian, to abdicate the throne in his favor. Cao Pai then established the state of Cao Wei and declared himself emperor. Liu Bei contested Cao Pai's claim to the throne and proclaimed himself emperor of Shu Han in 221. Although Liu Bei is widely seen as the founder of Shu, he never claimed to be the founder of a new dynasty. Rather, he viewed Shu as a continuation of the fallen Han dynasty. Liu Bei's reign. Liu Bei ruled as emperor for less than 3 years. In 222, he launched a campaign against Sun Quan to retake Jing province and avenge Guan Yu, culminating in the Battle of Shouting. However, due to grave tactical mistakes, Liu Bei suffered a crushing defeat at the hands of Sun Quan's general Lu Xun and lost the bulk of his army. He survived the battle and retreated to Beidacheng, where he died from illness a year later. Lu Shan's reign. Liu Bei's son Lu Shan succeeded his father, making him the youngest of 3 rulers at only 16. Before his death, Liu Bei also appointed the Chancellor Zhuge Liang and the General Li Yan as regents to assist Lu Shan in managing the state affairs. Zhuge Liang was the de facto head of the Shu government throughout Liu Shan's reign and was responsible for masterminding most of Shu's policies. During his regency, when Lu Shan succeeded his father, Shu was the weakest of the 3 major powers. Following his father's defeat in 221, the portion of Jing province previously held by Shu was now firmly under the control of Wu. Shu only included the western lands of Yi province, while Wei controlled all of the northern lands, and Wu controlled all the lands from the east of Yi province to the southern and eastern coastlines. This greatly limited Shu in terms of resources and manpower. As such, Zhuge Liang parleyed for peace with Wu, and reaffirmed the alliance between Sun Quan and Shu, with the former even recognizing Sun Quan's legitimacy when the latter broke with Wei and declared himself emperor of Wu. In 229, Zhuge Liang advocated an aggressive foreign policy towards Wei, because he strongly believed it was critical to the survival of Shu and its sovereignty. Between the years of 228 and 234, he launched a series of 5 military campaigns against Wei, with the aim of conquering Chang'an, a strategic city located on the road to the Wei capital, Luoyang. Most of the battles were fought around present-day Gansu and Shaanxi provinces. During his final campaign, fought against the Wei general Sima Yi, and already taxed and ill Zhuge Liang died under the strain of the long stalemate with the Wei forces at the Battle of Wujiang Plains. The Shu government was then headed by Jiang Wan, Fei Yi and others after Zhuge Liang's death, and Shu temporarily ceased its aggression towards Wei. The Wei regent Cao Shuang launched an invasion of Hanzhong in 244. Despite being outnumbered 2-1, the Shu forces successfully defeated them at the Battle of Xingshi, with the humiliated Wei forces fleeing. Between 247 and 262, the Shu general Jiang Wei resumed Zhuge Liang's legacy by leading a series of military campaigns against Wei, but also failed to make any significant territorial gains. Fall of Shu in 263. Armies led by the Wei generals Deng Ai and Zhong Hui attacked Shu and conquered its capital Chengdu without much struggle, the state having been exhausted by Jiang Wei's ill-fated campaigns. In the same year, Lushan surrendered to Deng Ai outside Chengdu, marking the end of Shu. In spite of this, Jiang Wei attempted to incite conflict between Deng Ai and Zhong Hui in the hope of taking advantage of the situation to revive Shu. Zhong Hui captured Deng Ai and openly rebelled against the Wei regent, Sima Zhao, but the revolt was suppressed by Wei forces. Jiang Wei, Zhong Hui and Deng Ai were killed in the struggle. Lushan was brought to Luoyang, where he met with Sima Zhao and was awarded the title of Duke of Anli. He lived a comfortable and peaceful life in Luoyang until the end of his days. It was claimed that many refugees fled west to Sasanian Persia when Shu fell in 263. Government and military. Shu's population was not large enough to stand against the rival state of Wei. Although the country could efficiently defend itself, Shu could not easily launch successful campaigns either. The first step to solving this was to launch an offensive against the Nanman in present-day Yunnan. This would secure more individuals for the army as well as more slaves. It would also gain control over trade with India. Economy. The economy of the Shu was not in a bad position. Shu was not merely a nation at war. During peacetime, the Shu state began many irrigation and road-building projects designed to improve the economy. Many of these public works still exist and are widely used. For example, the Zipingpu Dam is still present near Chengdu, Sichuan. These works helped improve the economy of southwestern China and can be seen as the beginning of economic activity in Sichuan. It also promoted trade with southern China, which was then ruled by Eastern Wu. List of territories. List of sovereigns.